What's up, my friends? Coach Jan here at CrossFit Liberate. Excited to be bringing you another at-home workout today. Today's Monday, September 14th, and this one's called Speed Demon. So we've got some really fast-paced intervals here, 4 of them. And each interval begins with some running and some lateral burpees over your odd object. Once you're done with those, you don't go back to them. And instead, you're gonna be racking up as many reps of an odd object front squat as possible. Your score for each round is gonna be the total number of odd object front squats that you complete, and then your grand total will be your final score for the workout. All right, let's take a look at our warm-up for Speed Demon. So we're gonna go 30 seconds each, starting with some squat to stands. Then we'll hit some slow and controlled air squats. Into some line hops. Next is a push-ups to down dog. Back to those air squats, this time nice steady pace. Back to those line hops. Then we have our active Spider-Man stretch. Then we'll go to nice quick air squats. And we'll finish with one more interval of line hops. For our mobility work, we have a odd object ankle stretch. We'll go 45 seconds on each side. Focus here is on driving the knee way out over the toe, stretching out that heel and ankle. And then we'll go into 1 minute of a tabletop stretch. Here it's sort of a combo of a shoulder and pec stretch plus a glute bridge. All right, let's take a close look at Speed Demon. So 3-minute AMRAP, 200-meter run, 15 lateral burpees over odd object into max odd object front squats. Rest for 3 minutes and go another 3-minute AMRAP, 200-meter run, 12 lateral burpees over odd object, and then max odd object front squats. We'll rest for 3 and then hit another 3-minute AMRAP, 200-meter run, 9 lateral burpees over odd object, and max odd object front squats. Then we'll rest one more time and into our last AMRAP, 200-meter run, 6 lateral burpees over odd object, and max odd object front squats. So today's fast-paced intervals end with max sets of odd object front squats. After completing the buy-ins of running and lateral burpees, you'll complete as many squat reps as possible with the time remaining. Your score for each round is the total number of reps completed. The final score for the workout is the sum total of your reps from the 4 rounds. You'll want to adjust running distance and burpee reps to allow at least 1 minute on the squats on round 1. For the run today, let's aim for a 1-minute effort. You'll want to decrease the distance or choose a substitute in the video description below that allows for a 1-minute effort across the duration of the workout. With your lateral burpees over the odd object, you can jump up or step up off the floor. There's no need to reach full extension when jumping over the object, and a jump over the object with 2 feet will be considered RX. On your odd object front squats, for this movement, we'll rack the odd object into a front rack position that keeps our elbows off of our knees. Choose a light to moderate weight that allows you to move big sets without long rest breaks, given the fast pace of these short intervals. If you're on the fence, lighter weights are better as they'll keep you moving across this fast pace. And then as always, further movement subs and modifications are in the video description below. All right, let's take a close look at our movements here. Starting with the run, let's think about short support. To maximize our efficiency, we can try to minimize the amount of time our foot is on the ground. When the foot is on the ground for a long time, it likely means we've landed in the heels and rolled through the whole foot. Instead of landing in the heels, which slows us down and puts excess strain on the joints, we want to quickly change the leg, which is supporting the body weight. Think of your shoes as bouncing basketballs. Right when they make contact with the ground, immediately change direction and come right back up under the hip. With your lateral burpees over the odd object, let's think about punching those feet back. While the front squats are the big movement of the workout, we can be efficient on the lateral burpees with the simple cue of kicking the feet back when jumping over the object. If you brought your knees up to jump over the object, you'd have to move your whole weight of the lower body. Instead, if you kick your feet back, you don't have to jump as high and only have to lift the weight of the foot and shin. Feet back, not knees up. And then finally, on the odd object front squats, let's consider the chest. Here we want to be focusing on pushing the chest up through the ceiling. This creates a strong shelf for the object to rest on and leads to a rigid upper back position. Establish this solid upper body position in the top of the squat and look to maintain it throughout the full range of motion. It can help prevent collapsing of the front rack, which leads to an unbalanced squat. All right, so some strategy advice for Speed Demon. So we've got short windows of work here and rest built in. So when it's your time to be working, we really want to move with a purpose. And then with your running and burpees, you're going to want to adjust your speed on those so that you can thrive with really big sets on the odd object front squats. All right, so our first 2 rounds have some higher rep counts of that buy-in portion. So you're going to want to try to move through those really quickly to earn yourself as much time on the front squats. On the second 2 rounds, you have a little bit less work to do as a buy-in. So you're probably going to want to consider pacing that so that you have a big amount of time left for the front squats, but also manageable fatigue. And then on the squats themselves, you know that you have rest coming afterwards. So really hit it hard. You got that rest coming up. Just try to hold on. All right, y'all, make sure you get after this thing. As always with CrossFit, we want to bring a lot of intensity to our work. That's where the results lie here. And then make sure that you're tracking your results somewhere, whether it's a notebook or an app like SugarWOD. We want to be tracking our progress. That's how we know we're getting fitter. And then finally, if you're planning on coming back to the gym in real life, cannot wait to coach you in person.